Time to talk with another one of our athletes of the week. We had co-athletes of the week, and Payton Feyder is our other one, as Payton was the all-around champion on the women's side of things over at the Sean Doobie, and also took first place in the breakaway and was third in team roping alongside of her partner Rhett Witt. And a lot of success there, but how's it feel when you start seeing that list kind of grow on what you've had success to see it build?
It's a super awesome feeling because Seth took a pretty big chance of me coming to college here, and I didn't prove myself through my freshman year. So to have success these past 2 years like I have has been super rewarding for both myself and for him.
Not only that, but you've become not just, I think, a vocal leader on the team, but also one of those that leads by example on the women's team right now, with just kind of showing up, putting your head down, getting the work done when it comes to the arenas. How does that feel to be one of the leaders on the team alongside of Hayden?
It feels really good. Like Hayden and I have become pretty close through this past, going through the college finals, everything together, and so to just have that experience together and then help like the freshman girls try to get the hang of the rodeo thing, because it's a pretty big adjustment, has been super helpful for both of us.
You're sitting in first and breakaway right now. When you talk about having the success with that, how much, same thing I asked Rhett really, how much do you put stock in where you're at right now, or do you try not to worry about where you're at?
I try not to worry about it where I'm at, but it's super nice to have to have had a good fall and going into the spring that'll just help give me that momentum to keep going. I think it's a lot easier to build on having some points than it is to just go clean slate in the spring.
When you talk about the challenge on the team, I talked a little bit with Rain about this over at the Sean Doobie after she took second in barrels, because it seems like the barrel racers do a good job of pushing each other and making each other better. Is that really the case with the entire women's team?
Yeah, I think in the barrels and the breakaway especially. As breakaway ropers, we're all pretty supportive and try to make sure everybody knows what their calf is, what they should see, all the things, and just be supportive. And we've had a goal of trying to get 6 out of 10 in the breakaway, and so hopefully we'll reach that in the spring.
Definitely a good chance of doing that too, because you guys have been getting closer and closer to having that opportunity. What are your aspirations for this afterwards, though? We were talking a little bit with it, but have you given much thought to the possibility of trying to get your pro card?
A little bit. We'll see how college goes. Might grow up and get a job, but it's doubtful.
Well, when you talk about the success, making the college finals last year was obviously a big step for you, but what would a second trip up there in back-to-back years mean, knowing, just like I talked to Rhett, the competition that you have in this region?
Honestly, this is probably the toughest the breakaway's been in the 4 years that I've been in college, so I'm super excited. But as soon as the college finals were over last year, we hadn't even left yet, and I was already ready to get the season over with and go back and do it different. So I would be super excited to come back.
Wrap it up with just 2 more questions for you. What is a typical winter like for you? Because obviously the rodeo kids can't take it off because you still got to stay sharp, but what's a typical winter like when it comes to keeping it in practice mode?
I usually go down to Arizona during the winters and rope on a lot of young horses and colts, so I usually rope a lot more even than when we're here.
What's it going to take for you to keep the success going? What do you need to get better at, I guess? What are some of the things that you try to improve on each time that you're out there?
Right now, it's just going to be staying aggressive in my short round calves. I've been struggling in the short guys this past year and a half. And so it's just focusing on getting that second calf and not safetying up so much in the short go.
Well, that's Payton Feyder. She is our winner in the all-around and one of our co-athletes of the week alongside of Rhett Witt. And thank you so much for the time, Payton.
Thank you.